talk about what examiners would look for when marking your test sheet for right turns. In a typical drive test, most probably you will be taken to residential streets that have no lane markings. You'd also experience driving on roads that only have a painted center lane, and of course you'd be driving on roads that are always marked with lanes and lines. Examiners look for your lane positioning prior to making the turn and after you make the turn. They look to see if you're observing adequately at intersections for potential hazards, such as pedestrians and bicycles. Shoulder checking before you make the turn is another important factor. Show the examiner that you're a safe driver and confident. Move forward as you're scanning and tilt your head. Let him or her see that. In other words, it's about demonstrating that you're observing. Let your shoulder checks be visible so that they can see. If you don't have a stop sign, would you make a full stop before making a right turn? No. If the traffic signal is green light and the intersection is safe, would you come to a full stop before turning to the right? No. You only slow down to check if there are pedestrians to cross. Wait for them, then complete the turn with confidence to the proper lane. If there are no pedestrians or bicycles in your blind spot, go ahead and make the turn. Don't be too cautious or aggressive. Just be assertive and show the examiner you're a safe, confident driver. On unmarked lanes, always drive right of center. Drive as if you are in properly marked lanes. Assume there is an imaginary line painted in the middle of the road. On unmarked roadways, make the right turns from the curb lane. Moving to the curb lane, you need to make a proper lane change. Signal, mirror, and shoulder check. Let the examiner see that you shoulder checked. Move forward. Tilt your head. Wait for pedestrians to cross. Wait till safe, then make the turn. You can turn onto the curb lane if there are no vehicles parked there. Then change lanes to right of center. If there are no pedestrians crossing, you can turn to the right without stopping. The examiner will see if you're driving in the proper lane, even if there are no lanes marked. Make sure you turn from the proper lane and turn to the proper lane. You may lose points if you don't do this correctly. When there's only a center line, please drive close to the center line. Do not straddle. Then, prior to making the right turn, make proper lane change to the curb lane. Always remember to put the turn signal on. Check your mirror and shoulder check. Wait for pedestrians to cross. If there are cars parked in the curb lane, make the turn straight onto the other lane, right of center. If there are no pedestrians crossing, you don't have to stop. Examiners look to see if you're confident and assertive to turn to the right. Make sure the intersection is safe before making the turn. Sometimes we see applicants go too slow before making the turn. Well, you can get points deducted because of that. However, if there are vehicles behind you or an oncoming vehicle wanting to make a left turn and you are going too slow to the point of stopping, then that may be considered as obstructing traffic, depending on the situation. And where there's traffic lights and the road is all marked, make your right turn from the lane closest to the right. Wait to see if there are pedestrians to cross. When safe, make the turn onto the first available lane. Here we can see an oncoming vehicle yielding to make a left turn. Make sure when you make the right turn, it is you who gets to go first, and therefore do not hesitate and stop for the oncoming vehicle that is yielding to make a left turn. Here are the areas you'd be marked. Are you observing well? Turn signal, mirror check, and shoulder check? Are you making the turn from the correct lane to the correct lane? Are you driving too slow before making the turn while it is safe to turn? Are you turning too fast, taking the turn aggressively? Is your steering safe for the turn? You're not oversteering.